Yes. Now, dear students, good morning, all of you. First of all, you please write down your roll number and name in chat box so that it will get recorded, right? And I will get it all these details afterwards. Okay. So, um, EXTC students, I think um I have given you a small lecture, in induction program last year, first year, as on music therapy, right? So anybody remember that? Yes, you can unmute and you can tell. I think we know each other, right? Yes, Borat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very fine, very fine. So I think we had interacted with each other, right? But still, it's the first time that I am teaching you one kind of subject, which is my very favorite subject, right? Java technology, Java programming, right? In your case or in all the semester, it is something called as Java lab programming. So even though it's a Java lab, Java programming, any kind of thing, it's a Java technology. What we are learning in this particular first lecture, uh, let me tell you the some important points. Why we need to learn Java language, why it is there in our syllabus, and what industry want, right? Because in previous semester, all of all of you have already studied something called as C programming language, right? Now in this semester you have got Java language. Maybe in the future you may learn for Python language, and after that you may go for the, as a developer you may go for the Node.js, Express.js, so and so forth. So you can become a full stack developer as well. And obviously, as a EXTC person, why I should learn these particular languages? So actually, my dear friends, what happened, throughout the world is getting changed. Many many industries, they are developing their hardware projects like microcontroller, or you can say the embedded projects, right? By writing some code inside it, right? So what is code? Is nothing but a program. So as a industry compatible person, I must learn these languages, right? For embedded programming, right? C++, Java, Python, these are the mandatory requirements for industry. You must learn Java in detail, you must learn C in detail. How much in detail? Because each language has got a sky is the limit. It means what? It's indefinite, we can say. Even if I say, even if I know the syntax of C, you cannot say I know C. If I am learning the Java after this semester, you will say I know Java, I know Python, I know this. No, see, it's not knowing the things, it's what experience you are having using that language. So even though if you have studied C and C language, let's say if I ask you how many of you have done the mini project, or how many of you have done the dummy project using C language. So if you answered this particular question, you ask yourself, right, after C language, after studying of C language, right, I developed some particular mini project, and this project is being used anywhere in the world. If the answer is yes, then there is something called as the outcome of any programming teaching particular language. Otherwise, there is no outcome at all. You have to develop, something called as a dummy project, mini project, even if it is not stated in your syllabus, right? For one consider side, you forget about the syllabus, you think about your career. If you are thinking about your career, if you're thinking about the your eligibility for any kind of industry, you must develop something, using this particular language, right? Okay, now if you will say, right, sir, as sir, if you are teaching me, right, what things that you have developed? Obviously the question is very nice. See, as a Java developer, I did my BE, Bachelor of Engineering, in 2000 from Visatia College. I did my master degree from TSEC College, and in between that 2.5 years, I worked as a Java programmer in the industry. So Java programming, I did a lot. lot programming, even though I did only for 2.5 years, but still the 2.5 years is a very big span of time where I did only programming and as a Java programming, right? After that, I have written one of the book in Java programming, which I will share obviously with you so that you can able to do it for, for writing this. You may refer to many kinds of books. It depends upon you. Lot of material, because for learning the technology, learning the programming, right? Where nobody will force you to learn this thing only or to stick with this book only. Not at all, right? Because internet is your guru, right? Internet is your database where you are going to learn things in detail. So let me tell you right from beginning, even if you know the things or not knowing the things, let me first of all share my the screen so that whatever I will write, you can able to see it over here. Okay. Can you able to see the screen? Anybody unmute the mic and say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, fine. So this is my notepad.
Yes,
Just
sir.
yes, thank you. So what we are learning is Java language, right? Now this particular language is no, there are some terminologies. As you are from AHTC background, now there is now in industry, by the way, in industry there is no something called as background. If you are from AHTC, if you are from mechanical, if you are from civil, if you are from IT, computer, anywhere, if you are in IT industry, there is nothing called as from where you are, from which discipline you are did your degree. No way. Even though you are in EHCC, you can become a full stack developer. Even if you are in mechanical, you can able to go for the full stack developer. No way at all. There is no restriction for the technologies, right? In industry, because industry, whatever products are building up, manufacturing industry, processing, any kind of industry, they want all these engineers to work together to get produce a good product. And if as an engineer, if you know these things previously in our age, where the EHTC people, they are not interested in programming. In mechanical, they hate programming. Why they require programming? Because of the 2007 onwards, the lot of automation is being there. Without automation, without this thing, right, no industry is working without automation of any kind of product. So for automation, for the to the work very accurately, correctly, you should learn all these things. So that's why this is a need of industry. So let me cover the basic points which you are knowing or not knowing. I am knowing. So let's say computer. So now, if I ask you, what is the long form of computer, then you will say, sir, what you the foolish question you are asking? What is the long form of computer? ऐसा कोई long form रहता है क्या? But रहता है, some IIT people, they started with like this. It's a commonly operated machine, particularly used for trade, education and research. ये उसका लॉन्ग फॉर्म है. It's a commonly operated machine, it's a electronic device, it's a basic definition. You can maybe mug up or you are written it in theory, it's fine, but general definition of computer is like this. It's a commonly operated machine. Any person can able to use it, even if he's CA, even if he is an advocate, artist, right, engineer, anybody can able to use it. Machine particularly used is for what? Trade. What is the meaning of trade? Is nothing but a transactions. Education, obviously it is used for the education and research. This is the definition of computer, what I define as a computer. It's an electronic device, fine. It understands something called as a binary language. Binary language is not under means what? Zeros and ones. That is also fine, right? And the thing is, what is the meaning of language? Language होता क्या है? The language, you will not say mathematics is a language, you will not say history is a language, but you will say English is a language, Hindi is a language, right? German is a language. Now once I will talk about the language, language is nothing but what? The vocabulary, right? Plus grammar. Grammar is very important. So if you are having this vocabulary in grammar, it is called as language. Using language, what you can able to do it? Using language, you can build a software, right? Now software, there are how many wares? Software, we are having something called as a hardware. There is something called as a firmware, and there is something called as a netware. Many wares are there. Software is nothing but what? The collection of programs. Collection of programs. What is the meaning of program? Program is nothing but a set of instructions. Right? Set of instruction. What is instruction? Instruction is nothing but a command. Right? Right? You do this is what is a command. Right? Do this, do that. Right? And you write down step wise. That is called as a command. The set of instruction is called as a program. And set of programs, collection of all like these programs, it becomes a software. Right? Hardware is totally mechanical devices. Firmware is a combination of hardware and software. And netware is nothing but is a collection of all the collected devices. You can say the networks of networks is something called as a netware, right? So we are having an area, right, from where, right, where we are working over here, firmware, robot, or any drone or any kind of things. You talk about any kind of technology, right, where you will see there is a combination called a firmware. Even your hard disk, right, in laptop or in desktop. What is hard disk? Hard disk is what? It's a device. It's a firmware device. You have to write an embedded programming inside it. What is keyboard? Keyboard is an embedded device. कीबोर्ड के अंदर रहता है कीबोर्ड कंट्रोलर. वंस यू प्रेस अ की, व्हाट हैपेंस? हु इज गोइंग टू टेक केयर? Who is going to convert from your key to internal key, right, from through the wire? How it sends it to the CPU? In CPU, who is there? Who is going to take this data and keep it in memory? From memory to monitor. Once I press a key, I am getting the if I press a key over here, right, just see, right, I press a key A and it is appearing on the monitor within 1 nanosecond. But how it flows, right, how it the data goes from keyboard to monitor? What is the internal architecture of computer? It's too complex, too complex, right? To do the programming on that, you require something called as firmware programming. What is mouse? Mouse is a device, but inside mouse, if you see, there is a controller inside mouse, right? It is controller in everywhere, in each and each device. Monitor, it is having the controller. Hard disk, it is having the controller. Pen drive, it is also having a controller. And control is nothing but what? It is having something like RAM, ROM, right? All of your electronic people, you know it. You know what is the difference between microcontroller and microprocessor. Once I'm talking about microcontroller, the memory is present, RAM, ROM is present, the programs already being embedded, and that kind of programming is something called as a firmware. And why I'm talking, because we are learning the Java. Java has also having the compatibility for embedded programming. That's why I'm telling you, because if you are not knowing, why I'm learning Java, what is the meaning of it, what is the purpose of learning the Java, it doesn't make any sense to only learn the grammatical things and go ahead. You should know it, right? अरे ये फर्मवेयर जितने जितने फर्मवेयर है सब जगह पे जावा यूज होते हैं. That's why I'm learning Java. It's a need for me. It's a need for industry, right? So this is very important. First of all, now the software program, all of you got all these things. Now there is something called as a code, right? So if you learn the C language, one basic code is there called as ASCII code, right? There is something code called as ASCII code, which is 8 bit of length. Means what happen, if I am using, let's talk about, what type of computers, types of computer. It's a basic for all of you, right? Okay, so there are types of computers. One first computer is called as a microcomputer. Second one is called as a mini computer. Then third one is called as a mainframe computer, and last one is called as supercomputer. That's it. Only 4 types of computers throughout the world. Microcomputers are nothing but what laptops we are using, right? Desktop we are using, right? Or generally, let's say you can talk about the PCs, personal computer, PC, personal computer. So what is a personal computer? You may go for, in our college, we are having all the computers which are personal computers, laptop, desktop, all these are called as the micro computers, right? Which are single user but multi programming. Multi-programming. And ये मेरा laptop है, you know. While talking with you, while discussing with you, I also open my the notepad. Right. Beside that, you can able to see a lot of tabs are open, wherein I'm using my WhatsApp also. I'm using my Google Classroom also. You know, a lot of things I'm doing simultaneously in my laptop now at this moment. That is called as a multi-programming. But I am a single user. Only one user can able to handle at each time. If I am now working on notepad, at the background side, even though the other things are going on, Google Meet is running, the Google Classroom is running, the WhatsApp is running in my computer, still these are not running parallelly. So there is something called as a parallel programming, right? But our mini microcomputers are not parallel programming. These are multi-programming, one after the other. But it is so much fast that while listening the music, I can able to write something over here, right? For me, it's a parallel, but for computer, it's a multi-programming. So understand, my dear friends, the multi-programming means program which are running simultaneously, one after the other, but very fast, very fast. For human being, you may say अरे दोनों एक साथ चल रहा है, लेकिन दोनों एक साथ नहीं चल रहा है, right? But where in case of mini computer, it's a parallel computing. So if you can think about radar applications, right? In military applications, the mini computers are being used, right? Mainframe, very large capacity to store the data. So mainframe computers, all many industries throughout the world, they are using mainframe computers, right? And for satellite purpose, we are using supercomputer. The first computer has been published, the build by the India called as Param computer. Param was the first supercomputer built by India in the world, right? Do you know which company has built it? SIDAC. SIDAC is an institute, research institute in Pune. Its head office is in Pune. So SIDAC institute has built a Param computer, which is called a supercomputer. Just imagine, you know, why I'm talking about the types of computers: microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe, supercomputer. You know, if you are asked anybody, you know, which computer you are using, you should say microcomputer. Fine. Now you are doing the programming in microcomputers, right? Can your program run on mini computer or mainframe or super? Then you will surprise, you know, I've not thought about this programming language, you know, which will be compatible for any kind of device, any kind of computer it will run. Right now, even though it's a type of computer, I'm not talking about the mobile, I'm talking about the tablets, I'm not talking about the different kinds of devices where my program will run, right? This is something called as a cross platform, right? Something called as a cross platform, where I'm not thinking about a platform. It should work on any kind of platform, any kind of device. If I run one program, that program should run on any kind of device. Is it so for C language? So no, I think, you know, what we will do. C, is it it is same as cross platform? Is it there? This feature is there in C language? No, it is not there in C language. By the way, what is the long form of C? Long form of C is compiler. ध्यान में ले लो, compiler था इसके लिए C language. Otherwise the language can become A or B. You know, why not? Why only C? C is nothing but a compiler, right? And there is something called a C++, which is not there in your syllabus, but this plus plus is nothing but OOPS, object oriented programming, is nothing but a OOPS, right? And this is what C, you have studied the C. This is a structural programming, Structural programming, right? Structural programming. Okay. Structural programming means what, it's a kind of programming where you can see the top down approach. मेन से स्टार्ट होगा, मेन को एंड होगा, सो इट्स स्टेप वाइज 1 2 3 4 5. तो जैसे प्रोग्राम लास्ट में मेन का कर्ली ब्रैकेट बंद होता है, तो एट दैट टाइम यू विल एंड द प्रोग्राम. सो दिस इज व्हाट अ टॉप डाउन अप्रोच. इट्स नथिंग बट अ सी प्रोग्राम, स्ट्रक्चरल प्रोग्रामिंग अप्रोच, right? Whereas in C++, is nothing but a combination of C plus object oriented. Now object oriented is the whole programming is the gather or is come together the concept called as objects, right? So how you will define the object, what is the meaning of object, and how the object oriented, how to play with the objects, how to play with the objects. Now the whole world is doing the program called as object oriented programming, but still the people who are in embedded programming, right? See, if I'm saying the world is shifted to object oriented, अरे हार्ड डिस्क तो बन रहा है ना, लेकिन कीबोर्ड बन रहा है, नया लैपटॉप निकल रहा है मार्केट में, मेरा फिट बैंड निकल रहा है. आर यू गेटिंग? सो वॉट एवर डिवाइसेस यू आर टॉकिंग, वॉशिंग मशीन्स, ऑल एम्बेडेड डिवाइसेस आर वर्किंग, सो उसके लिए तो मुझे सी चाहिए ना. It's a structured programming. It's you talk with the hardware, right? And the compatibility to the program of a program to talk with the hardware is nothing but a C program. That's why C is also called as a low level language, the middle level language. The lowest level is nothing but a binary language. Top of that, we are having something called as the assembly language. Assembly language. And top of that, we have got C language, right? So you just see, computer understand this, right? There is something called assembly level language, which is there inside your ROM, in controller, microcontroller, and about top of that we are having C, right? To reduce a gap of like this, there is also something called as a language called as a embedded C. Which C language you have studied? You have studied something called as a Turbo C. Lot of C is there, lot of C languages, right? Now you will surprise, sir, ye kya bata rahe? Turbo C, it's a very standard language that you have studied. It doesn't mean that you know ANSI C. ANSI C is generally used for scientific purpose, still to send a satellite, right? You require this ANSI C, which is very important. It's a lot of syntax difference, a lot of thinking difference is there in Turbo C to ANSI C. And there is again one more language called as Borland C, is used for the multimedia purpose. Multimedia, for singing, for voice, right? For binary, right? Image, graphics, like that. So Turbo C, ANSI C, Borland C. And now the term which had come in industry called as embedded C. You can just see, how many C's are there. Now you think, whatever you have learned the C, is it applicable for anywhere in industry? Yes, it is applicable for industry. For what? For doing the system programming. Now, obviously, before that also, what type of programming? So types of programming, types of programming. What are the types of programming in the world? One is called as a system programming, and the second one is called as a application programming. System programming and application programming. System programming is what? System programming is a program which talks with the hardware, which is application program, the program which talks with the user. Simple definition, right? System programming पे काम करने का है, तो आपको C आना पड़ेगा, right? आपको C++ मालूम होना चाहिए, आपको assembly level language मालूम होना चाहिए, right? Application program, you should know Visual Basic, right? You should know VC++, Visual C++. If you are interacting with the web application, it's also type of application programming. If you are talking about the commercial Tally software, CorelDRAW, Photoshop, Netscape Navigator, our browser, Notepad, calculator, what are these? These are called as application softwares. Application programming, application softwares. And another type is software is what? System software. System software में example दे दो, OS, operating system itself is a system software, right? Embedded programming is a type of system program, right? Whereas our Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, right, or any kind of notepad, calculator, what so and so forth. These are the application programming. So two kind of things are there. So you cannot say we will learn only web technology, we will learn only Node.js, full stack developer, and so and so forth. So there are requirement for this thing also, system programming. Without system programming, nobody can become a application programmer, right? Now our Java program stands both the way. It's system level also as well as application level also. And how, that is only we are going to learn in these particular things. Java program. Java program, people are saying it's 100% object oriented programming, right? 100% they are saying. I will say it's for statement. I will say it is not 100%. Why 100%? Because once I'm talking about object oriented, it's totally application level. And if I'm going to interact with the hardware, how can I able to interact with the hardware using Java? There are a lot of libraries available in Java with the help of which I can able to talk. I can able to give the data to serial port, parallel port, monitor, memory, so and so forth. That kind of stuff is there in Java language. That's why it's not totally 100%. Oops. But many books, that's why I told you do not say, many books they will say it's 100%. Oops. No. Right? Because in Java program, I can write the C program also. Now, C program in Java, just imagine. Right? Java programming के अंदर मैं C program का भी code लिख रहा हूँ. This facility is there in Java. That is something called as native code. Native का मतलब है neighboring code. My next friend is called as native code. So native code is nothing but C program. Java का native कौन है? C. Java language का neighboring कौन है? C language है. So C language I can able to embed, I can able to insert in Java program. That's the power of Java. And if I am writing C program in Java, how can it become 100% object oriented? That is what I pushed it. That is why many people they pushed it over here. How can you say it's 100%? No way, because you can able to write a C program in Java, right? How can you do it? Again, it's a tactics, and we are going to do the lot of things in Java. Now you do not imagine either the sir is teaching only theory. It's not a theory, it's a practical thinking process. Without this thinking process, you do not directly jump for writing the program hello world so and so forth, so forth. And afterwards, what is going to happen? After again this semester, you will say I know Java, but what projects you have done it in Java? Then again you will say no sir, I have not done anything in Java, right? So what you will show to the industry, because once you will develop something in Java, you have to upload it in GitHub. I'm not knowing whether you are knowing it now. GitHub is an area where many people throughout the world, they looking at the people. Here I can able to put my project, so the people will look at my project. Yes, this person is having this particular capability of programming. So this is something called as a GitHub area. You should push it to the LinkedIn. You should publish it your code in LinkedIn. So that is what things that you should do it. So I will tell you one by one. Now this is what something called as I am just talking about the features of Java, right? So that's why I'm not showing you PPT. Otherwise you will get bored. Right? What is Java? Who has written this? From where it came? What is the power of? I'm not like that. So it's like feature of Java. So when I'm talking about the feature of Java, it's object-oriented programming. Yes, it's object-oriented programming. Now we will see what is object-oriented programming. You don't worry about it, because as there is a gap between your studied C and now you're learning Java. You don't have C++. So plus plus is missing in you, right? The plus plus is nothing but what? Oops. These concepts are missing. So I am trying to reduce the gap. From directly you are jumping from C to Java. Directly you are thinking from structure oriented approach to the object oriented approach. It's totally different thing, different view altogether, right? So that view I will going to do it. It's a cross platform. If I write a code in Java, I can able to run it on mobile, I can able to run it on tablet, I can able to run it on any kind of hardware layer. Hardware layer का मतलब है ये वाला. See, these type of computers. If I run the program, if I write a program in microcomputer, if I compiled it, that compiled program I can able to run it in mini computer, mainframe computer, super computer, and any kind of device. It's the power of cross platform of Java. If I write a program in C in microcomputer, right? Let's say I write a program in C in my laptop, I compile it, right? I execute it. So before executing, I know the exe file is being generated of C language. I cannot able to run C language in Linux. I cannot able to run the C language in Mac OS, mainframe systems. I cannot able to see this particular C in supercomputer, because supercomputer understand unsigned C. I have written it in turbo C like syntax. How can it compatible? So that's why C language has got restrictions, right? Obviously, once we are talking about embedded also, embedded means what? Small memory, that's the particular things. तो washing machine का जो controller है, तो washing machine जैसा ही काम करेगा. I cannot put that controller, I cannot able to pick up that circuit and I can put it in refrigerator. रेफ्रिजरेटर वाला माइक्रो कंट्रोलर वो उसका ही काम करेगा, एसी का माइक्रो कंट्रोलर उसका ही काम करेगा. So it, that type of programming is something called about embedded programming. That's, it's nothing but what, like a C. C, you know, it's a machine dependent programming. Java is machine independent. So that's one thing I will tell. Machine independent, right? So that type of things are there. You know, once we will go ahead, you will come to know. You know, so what happened? You know, जावा लैंग्वेज दुनिया में पहले आया क्या? नहीं आया. सो जावा लैंग्वेज के पहले देयर वाज अ लैंग्वेज कॉल्ड एज ओक, ओ ए के. ओ ए के वाज अ लैंग्वेज, राइट? लैंग्वेज केम इन द वर्ल्ड in 1991, or you can say up to 1995, where you will see the oak language was there. So there was no language called as Java. Now what happened, you know, there was a scientist called as a James, this is a Java, what I'm trying to say, James Gosling. Yes, scientist है James Gosling, right? Who had written a Java first, right? So first of all, it's a, you know, it's not a theory. We should know it. You know, who has written this, why I should learn this, with this, why, where I have to go. You know, all these things we should know it. That's why it's a just important thing that I'm talking about. James Gosling was a person who wrote this Java language about the Oak language. So he used Oak language. Oak language was not written by James Gosling, right? Oak language was written by a different person called as Henry, right? On the top of that, James Gosling was written a language called as Java. You know what happened? You know, Oak language bhi naam kyun likha? Why not A B C D? You know, like that. See, I have told you know what is the meaning of C. C is nothing but compiler. That's why name called as C language, right? So what is oak? So oak is like a tree. You know, oak ka tree rehta hai, right? Now the person Henry was sitting in his company and was writing a code. Oops, object oriented programming. He just watched on that oak tree and he used to do the programming. Watch on the oak tree, he used to do the programming. That's why he named that programming language called as Oak, O-A-K. Now what happened, you know, the James Gosling was working in company called as Sun Microsystem previously. Now the Sun Microsystem is not there. It has been taken over by Oracle. अभी उसका नाम है Oracle Corporation. ओरेकल ने पूरा जावा खरीद लिया, सन माइक्रो सिस्टम ही ग्रैब किया ऐसा, यू नो. सो बिफोर प्रीवियसली दैट द जेम्स गोसलिंग वाज वर्किंग इन सन माइक्रो सिस्टम, राइट? नाउ दिस सन माइक्रो सिस्टम हेड ऑफिस of that, it was there in Java Sumatra Island, right? So it is a place in the world, you know, Java Sumatra Island. So this is a beautiful island, right, where this company head office was there, and where the James Gosling was working in that company. And when he written this particular Java language, right, language on Oak language, because of the land he's having, right, the name of that land is Java Sumatra, he named it Java programming, right? The beauty of this island is what, something called as a कॉफी बीन्स. कॉफी सबको मालूम है, राइट? टी कॉफी, राइट? सो यू नो कॉफी का बी यानी बी coffee ka bee, it's a facility. Once the tree came up, I remove this bee and pour it elsewhere. Again, the tree will come. The same bee, again I will pick up it. So this is something called as what? Reusability. Reusability. I am reusing that bean, coffee ka bean. I am reusing it and producing different plants, coffee plant, right? And that's why if you see the Java ka icon, देखो क्या है? Coffee है ना ये. This is what a coffee. You can just see the symbol of icon is coffee. And why it is coffee? Because of this. तो इसका पीछे ये स्टोरी है. हाँ, स्टोरी ध्यान में रखो. स्टोरी ध्यान में आया तो मजा आएगा आपको. Otherwise, again, it will become boring. Why coffee क्यों है, ये क्यों है? And because of the Java Sumatra, the name came called as Java. So this is what some background of this Java. Java program में आया किधर से, right? So I will just talk about the two important things from where Java came, right? What are some of the features of Java? Why we need to learn, right? And with Java, from where we have to go, that I will tell you now, right? So for Java, what are the things are needed? There is something called as a JDK, Java Development Kit. So this JDK, we should know it, right? It starts with 1.0 in 2000, in 2009, in 1998. I become a graduate in 2000. I did the programming in the version called as 1.2 onwards, dot. Now, after 20 years, after 20, a lot of versions of Java came. Right? That is something called as a version, right? It's a version, Java version. What is the beauty of Java? If I wrote a program in JDK 1.0, now also in this particular era where now latest version also I can able to run the program which I did it in 1.0. That is the beauty of Java, right? So this is something called as a very biggest feature, consistent. And again you add this, जो भी आपको ऐड करने का कर सकते, durability. One program which I wrote in JDK 1.0, now in this version also same program I can able to execute. That's the power of the Java, right? It's not like that. It's not like a Microsoft. जो प्रोग्राम मैंने विजुअल बेसिक में लिखा है अभी .NET पे नहीं चलेगा, .NET पे लिखा है और दूसरे जगह पे चलेगा नहीं, दूसरे जगह पे लिखा है तो इसमें चलेगा नहीं, right? So this is not like this. So that's why Java has a power of this. Only two things, consistency of the program. Any kind of version, I can able to go on any kind of version, still I can able to run the previous version of program. So I need not to write once again. That is the power of Java. The second thing is reusability. Once I write a code, that code I can reuse for different kinds of programs. How you can use it, that is only we are going to study a lot in Java, So as Java is my very favorite subject, I will teach you in detail, you don't worry about it. What you require in your PC is JDK, right? Now JDK, from where you will get JDK? From here, just type it, JDK, right? You can go to this oracle.com. As I told you, Sun Microsystems has been captured by the Oracle, grabbed by the Oracle, and now Oracle का certification मिलता है Java का लिया तो. But you can see previously it was in Sun Microsystems. पहले Sun Microsystems का था, बाद में Java का Oracle का हो गया, right? So this is the where place from where you can able to load the JDK. तो JDK download करने का है. After downloading the JDK, just double click and you install the JDK. So what you will get? So I will open this. This is my PC. Everybody knows in C:, there is a folder called as program files. If anybody is working in Linux, please let me know. I will tell you the steps of Linux, how to run the program in Linux as well. You don't worry about it. So now, as far as my knowledge is concerned, many of you are using Windows. That's why I'm telling about Windows, right? So you are having program files. Inside the program, you will have the Java folder, and inside the Java folder, you will see this is the version of JDK that I have installed. JDK 1.8.0 underscore 172. ये क्या है भाई? Let's see this. अभी let's say I am using JDK 1.0, right, underscore 1. So let's say this is a version. अगर ये वर्जन है तो अंडरस्कोर ये क्या है? right? This is something called as a update. One function it has been added inside JDK 1.0, that is something called as an update. So it may happen after 2 months, right? I may get second update, right? After 4 6 months, right? I may get update 3, I may get update 4, I may get update 6. Now something large modification, large updation is it has been taken place. Large updation, not few updations. Large updations if it has been taken place, then I will say there is version called as 1.1. Now it becomes 1.1. Why? Because of the large contents, right? Again, small content it is going to add. So it may be again 1, then again 2, then 3, like that. Okay. So now I am having the JDK 1.8.0 is a version, right? So now I am having 127 or yes 172. Just see a lot of updations. Kitna updations hai? 172. Now what is the meaning of updation? Updation is nothing but a library. Library is updating. So what is the meaning of library? Library is nothing but what? See, let's say I write a C program. Let's assume, right, void main, right, simple C program you are written, very simple program. Over here you will say CLR ACR, then you might have written, let's say I want to write a print hello world, printf. So printf hello world, right, some kind of stuff you written, right, and let's say get ch, and for this you include some files like con io.h, console input output out.h, and again you include htio.h, so standard library.h. Now what happens, you will say this is my program, ये मैंने program लिखा है. What you have used, right? You have used a get ch from library, you have used printf from library, you have used clrsr from library. These are from library only. कौन है ऑडिटेज एच इसका तो अंदर का प्रोग्राम थोड़ी मैंने किया है. printf is what? printf is not pick up a character from ram to monitor. तो मॉनिटर को भी दिखाओ भाई, मॉनिटर के ऊपर हेलो वर्ल्ड दिखाओ. किधर से दिखाओ? ये हेलो वर्ल्ड है किधर? हेलो वर्ल्ड है मेमोरी के अंदर, रैम में. रैम में मेमोरी हेलो वर्ल्ड इज बीइंग स्टोर्ड. You have to print it on the monitor. The code of that is being written in printf, and that is a library which I am using in my program. Get ch. What is the meaning of get ch? Get a character from whom? From the keyboard's buffer. कीबोर्ड से कैरेक्टर ले लो, और जब तक कैरेक्टर नहीं आता है तब तक आउटपुट यू वेट द आउटपुट. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ गेट ch. But that programming is what? That programming is written in get ch. So that get ch is a library. So I picked up everything from library, and then these are the commands. Commands is nothing but a library. These are the library I am used, and I wrote my program. So even though if I'm saying this is my program, no way, this is not your program. What you are written over here, you have just collected the library and you have arranged it according to your convenience. So it's not a you program, right? So what now? अभी industry में क्या चले में? Industry में it has been right. You have to write a program for printf. You have to write a program for get ch. तो जो गेट ch ने काम किया उससे भी अच्छा काम करने वाला प्रोग्राम आप बनाओ. So you make a library. That kind of programming that is needed for the industry, and that is what lagging once we are learning this particular kinds of subjects. हम लोग सब्जेक्ट सीखते हैं इतना ही सीखते हैं. What industry needs, वो लेवल तक जाने के लिए हम लोग को पूरा डिटेल में स्टडी करना पड़ेगा. So fine, चलो. So now we come to know, like JDK 1.8.0, this is what version, and 172 the updates, right? So I installed the program. I have got a folder, and you can see the lot of folders are there, right? One of the folder is called as bin. Bin is nothing but a binary, right? And the another one is called as a lib, means library. So ये library है मेरा, और ये binary है. Now you will say how it is there in C, turbo C. So चलो turbo C में भी जाते हैं, which you did it. TC was the name of the folder, उसमें भी bin है, right? उसमें भी bin है, and you will have the library also over here. Without library, without bin, you cannot able to write anything in C or any kind of language. For any language, you must have these two directories, bin and lib. And apart from that, there are so many other folders also, which now I will not go in C, right? But just see, bin is nothing but a binary directory. Binary, what contains inside the binary? All these utilities. ये utility है. All these utilities, all these applications. One of the application is TurboSys. You can just see the file. TC is the application utility. TCC is your compiler of C. If this file is missing, you cannot able to compile the program in your editor. If this file is missing, you cannot able to execute a program. If this file is missing, you cannot able to link the program, right? If this file is missing, see, T-link is a linker, make is the executor, TCC is a compiler. ये होना ही चाहिए. Without this, you cannot able to do anything. But as a programmer, if I know this, then I become a programmer first. So before doing a program, first I should see, you know, what is there inside bin, inside lib. See this, these are the libraries. These libraries you must have. You cannot able to do anything without these libraries. And over here we have got the include files, include folder रहता है, stdout.h, whatever you have picked up, you know, all these headers. उसमें से कितना header file use किया? Let's say stdout.h and con.h. That's it. Maximum math.h or math.h. That's it. Or dos.h. 4 to 5. You can just see how many header files are there. Now, how many functions are there inside std.h? You are use only 3-4. Printf, scanf, get, put, get char, put char. That's it. But my dear friends, there are more than 50 to 60 functions in std.h. You can just see what is the size of the library. So C का इतना बहुत बड़ा library है, उसमें से आपने only 0.1% you use it in your program, right? What about the remaining things? And how these, see, generally what happens, you know, any language came in the world, it gives you the library, right? Now if I know the library, then I can able to put it in the real-time program. To do the real-time program, I should know what is there inside a library. Then I can use it in my program. If I don't know, if I just stick with any kind of book, तो पिंगले सर का बुक है जावा प्रोग्रामिंग का, तो वो मैं पढ़ लेता हूँ, इतना छोटा ही है. तो नहीं तो ये बालगुरु स्वामी का बुक लेता हूँ, नहीं तो ये कंप्लीट रेफरेंस का बुक लेता हूँ. You do not stick with the book, right? From my the engineering up to here, I did not read any kind of book of Java till I did many kind of projects in Java, till I survived in Java, right? Industry, it doesn't mean that you have to read a book and go over there. For programming, you want real-time practice, R&D. You have to do it, right? How can you do it? By using something called as a manual. उसका manual पढ़ो. वो किधर है manual? Again, I will show you. The manual is over here, right? Over here, there is something called a documentation download. So once you will download JDK, you have to download this documentation. If you download this documentation, you will come to know, you know, if I am using this particular package, what are the classes? How many classes are there? In one class, how many functions are there? And will I use it this particular function or class to get a new kind of output? See, हम लोग को खाली prime number, factorial number, ये number, वो number उससे नहीं खेलने का है. We have to develop a lot of different kinds of things, right? I can able to, or you can able to develop a game using Java. You can able to develop something called as socket programming in Java. You can able to develop something called as, you know, the antivirus in Java. Just imagine what kind of things you can do it in Java. A lot of things you can do it in Java, right? So please, right, you have to do it. तो ये वाला चीज मालूम होना चाहिए. Let's go for my again the Java, the program files. You go to the Java folder. You will find out this is the JDK and the version bin. So what is there bin? Bin is we are having the utilities, all applications. See, Java C is a compiler. Java is an executor. Java doc is to create documentation. And Java H, if I use Java H in my program, I can able to use the stdio.h in Java, con.io.h in Java. So C program I can able to embed how using this file Java H. So मुझे Java H मालूम होना चाहिए ना, और आपके सिलेबस में तो है ही नहीं, right? What happens, you know? What happens, you know? What is there inside the syllabus? Do not stick with only the syllabus. You know, if you stick with only syllabus, you will never become a programmer. The industry do not want like this, the students who know only syllabus. The industry wants syllabus is necessary to get a marks, that's fine, वो तो मिलेगा ही आपको 100%, बट इंडस्ट्री में मार्क मिला तो इंडस्ट्री मिलेगा क्या? नहीं. How you will get industry? To get a knowledge of like this. So I am going to teach you the full aspect of this. Obviously, beside that, we are going to go to the syllabus. That's why we are having the subject called as the Java lab. Only practicals. In theory also, I will cover a lot of practicals. Right. So my dear friends, what are the next thing that we have to do? Right. Today I will not start with the Java programming. I have just given you the background of what points I have covered. I covered the points. What is the basics of computer? First of all, even though you don't know, I am not knowing whether you are knowing it, right? But basics of computers. Then I talk about the types of computers. What is the meaning of software? What is the meaning of language? What is the meaning of program? Right, that kind of stuff, right? And then you talk about the types of programming, the system programming, the C programming that you have studied. And let's say you can just see the comparison between C and Java. C++ and Java. Plus plus is object oriented, and Java, so Java, again I'm saying it's not truly 100%. Why? Because of this native code. Native code means what? C also आप लिख सकते हैं, C++ कैसे लिखने का मैंने आपको बोला है अभी. Java H is a file है, करेंगे हम लोग practical, that also we will do it. Now we also studied from where Java came. So Java came originally, it was called as Oak language, right? Then the James Gosling नाम का कोई आदमी आया who was working with Sun Microsystem. So it placed in Java Sumatra Island, and there was a concept called as the coffee tree. So coffee tree का concept है bin reusability, and he liked that reusability and he put it in Oak language. तो उन्होंने नाम language का नाम change किया, called as Java language. And then some features we have seen, right, of Java, some features, right? And after that, we also studied what is required for us. We required JDK. तो JDK download करना चाहिए. From where you will download the JDK? Go to the Oracle website or just type Google. Right, Google में type करो that JDK. You will get a web page, JDK download. And apart from that, you also download the documentation. Is also very important. Right. We also seen what is the meaning of version and what is the meaning of update. And further, we have seen what is the meaning of this Java folder and bin directory. Why bin directory is necessary? Because compiler, loader, linker, all utilities are reside in bin. Python सीखो, Python में भी bin directory आएगा. कौन सा भी language आप install करो, you should have this bin directory. You must have the directory called as lib, library, right? If you don't have this bin and library, you cannot do anything with this, right? The next thing I would like to tell you, the thing is something called as a JVM. Means this is something called as a Java virtual machine. The Java virtual machine is nothing but what? JRE, right? You can see the JRE folder over here. JRE folder दिख रहा है इधर आपको, JDK में है, right? Inside that JRE. What is JRE? Java runtime environment, right? And Java runtime environment is nothing but our JVM, right? JVM, virtual machine. So how the layers are there? Layers कैसा है? अपना layers कैसा है? We are going to write a Java program. It's a high level language. It is going to talk with the JVM, Java virtual machine. Then it is going to talk with the OS, any kind of OS. It may be Linux, Windows, any kind of OS. And internally it going to talk with the hardware. So that's why you require a JVM. And because of this JVM, it becomes platform independent. Platform independent means OS can be Linux, Mac OS, any kind of OS. Hardware can be any kind of computer, right? So Java is providing you the flavor called as a JVM, Java virtual machine. Now once you will install JDK, JRE will automatically install like this. I installed JDK, I got JRE. So it doesn't mean that I may install only JRE. Only JRE setup is also there in the website, where I can only install JRE. I need not to write a program, but I have to execute it. So in my mobile, there is no JDK, but still I can able to run the Java program. Why? Because of the virtual machine. Now all the mobiles, they are जावा प्लग्ड इन। जावा प्लग्ड इन का मतलब क्या है? JVM is present in your device, in your system. That's why it is called as JVM, Java compatibility, Java plugin, right? So that is what is very very important for us, right? So this is what I would like to tell about. I can also go in CMD. So this is nothing but a command prompt, right? You might have seen in your C program wherein this is a root directory. I have to go to the program files. So I will say program title one. I will not say program space files, not necessary. See, I'm inside the program files. Here there is a Java directory, so I will say cd Java. Cd means change directory, space Java. You may find out these are the new different commands, but this is what a DOS mode. DOS was a previous operating system. This operating system, it's a single user, single programming. मैं एक टाइम पे एक ही कमांड लिख सकता हूँ. I cannot able to write a 2-3 programs simultaneously. It's a single user, single programming system, which is what Windows DOS prompt, and this DOS prompt is now taken care by the Microsoft Windows now, right? So over here you can see dir kiya. Dir means show the directory. So you will find out the JDK 1.8.0 this thing. So I will to go inside. So JDK 1.8.0 underscore 172, right? So you can see whatever it is there, whatever it is listing, it is from this. तो यही मेरे को दिख रहा है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है, right? I go inside this means I am giving the dir command. Dir is nothing but the same, right? cd dot dot, I am back of this directory means I am over here. I am over here again. You see cd dot dot, so I am back of the directory program files. Are you getting? And if I again back of this, I am in C colon. If I want to go in D directory, so D drive. I want to go in E drive, so E drive. dir किया तो D में क्या क्या है वो मालूम पड़ेगा, right? So this is what CLS, clear the screen. So so many commands are there, right, which you can able to exit means what? Close the CMD, close the CMD, right? So today I just show you the the flavor of Java, how we are going to work it, right? So from next lecture onwards, I'm not knowing this week I'm having only this particular lecture. It may happen that I may go for the second lecture, right? But still, whenever the lecture is there, I request all of you. I will put it in Google Classroom as well as in our WhatsApp group also, that you have to install for JDK in your PC, in your laptop. If you are using any kind of other OS like Linux or other thing, let me know, right? I will tell you, and if you know the procedure, it's very good. Otherwise, I will tell you the procedure how can you install the JDK in your Linux, right? And many things we can do it. See, there is one concept called in Java called as J2SE. J2 2 का मतलब है second release. I talked about what the version JDK 1.8. So JDK is a software package. It's a bundle, right? It's a bundle package. You can see it's a version. उसका release रहता है, release, right? Picture का release, right? उसके बाद में उसके shows, right? After 10 days again it will wait, again it will start. So it's a new versions of the release. So release is what? Java 2. Java 2 was a release. Java 2 जैसे दुनिया में आया, पहले Java 1 आया, Java 2 आया. Java 2 कभी आया मालूम है? JDK 1.2 onwards, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. So पहले 1 का जमाना था, 1.0, 1.1. That was called as Java 1 release, right? उसके अंदर versions, उसके अंदर updates. Then Java 2 release. Now there are 3 types of editions. Edition रहता है, edition का मतलब क्या मालूम है? J2SE, Java 2 standard edition, J2EE, Java 2 enterprise edition, and J2ME, Java 2 micro edition. Now see the flavor. For only 1 minute I will take and then I will stop, right? I know that you are having one lecture, but this is very important. Just give me only 1 minute. Can you able to see the screen? So J2SE, then J2EE and J2ME. Now in J2SE we are having something called as a core Java, then advanced Java, then networking of Java, right? and there is something called a GUI of Java. Then J2EE, it is referred for the web development, right? Web development programming it is used, and J2ME, it is used for the mobile programming, right? ऐसा उसका तीन फ्लेवर्स है, उसमें से इन आवर सिलेबस वी आर हैविंग ओनली कोर जावा, right? And this core Java is also too vast. So by the way, after learning this one semester of Java, you do not say yourself, I know Java. Java is too vast, right? We are having only core Java. उसमें से भी हम लोग को थोड़ा सा GUI पढ़ने का है, थोड़ा सा नेटवर्क पढ़ने का है, so that you can able to we must have something called as a database connectivity, so that you can able to do some kinds of small projects in Java, right? So this thing is must be there. So this is what is needed, right? J2SE, and you required for this. And this Java, core Java, in industry it is called as a पोजो प्रोग्रामिंग. यानी आप कौन सा प्रोग्रामिंग सीख रहे हो? पोजो. पोजो का मतलब है प्लेन ओल्ड जावा ऑब्जेक्ट्स. दिस इज व्हाट प्रोग्रामिंग यू आर स्टडिंग, ऑब्वियसली करेक्ट. तो पोजो यानी ऐसा अलग नाम है, पोजो प्रोग्रामिंग कर रहे हैं, मींस व्हाट, प्लेन ओल्ड जावा ऑब्जेक्ट्स. so this is what a programming that you are studying now in your syllabus, right? So I think I end over here. Any question, anything you would like to ask, please ask within 1 minute, otherwise I will stop the recording first, don't worry.